You know, this pisses me off even more that Oppo, well, Oneplus, with sister company of Oppo, is not releasing the Oneplus Open 2 this year. Because this, by the way, shout out to the phone guru for posting this. This is actually the breakdown, the teardown of the OnePlus Open 2, or the Oppo Find N5, whatever you want to call it. It's the same phone, just gets rebranded. This is the phone that is coming out next year, or coming out this year if you're already in China or European countries. This is the Oppo Find N5, and it is flipping gorgeous. Here's the reason why it's a humongous L that they're not giving us this phone right now, and they're waiting a year. Because it's a down year across the board, right? Z Fold 6 is going to suck. It's going to be a watered down processor and just really not much of an upgrade. Google's going to take off with their 10 Pro Fold. That's going to be an absolute home run hit. But outside of that, there's no other foldable phone this year. And I feel like for an industry with as volatile as the foldable phone industry has been, it sucks to see it take such a downward turn. And it's going to until next year. Next year, we're getting the iPhone Flip. We're getting the OnePlus Open 2. We're getting the Z Fold 8, which is rumored to be a really good phone. And then we're also getting the 11 Pro Fold. But there's going to be a lot of people who kind of leave the foldable phone industry because of this down year. And there's going to be a lot of people who might never come back to foldable phones, right? It's just, we had such a good direction, I feel like. So many positive angles going upward. And now we're kind of just in this weird downward slope because of OnePlus taking a year off. Because if OnePlus doesn't take a year off, then we have the OnePlus Open 2 and the 10 Pro Fold, and maybe another competitor joins, right? So it's just like every little factor really decides everything when it comes to these foldable cell phones, when it comes to the foldable cell phone market. So here's how thin the Oppo Find N5 is. You can see right there, that's the USB-C port on your screen, and that's how thin this freaking phone is. It is insanely thin. Based on what we understand, doesn't have any issues of bending or breaking, even though it is super thin. Oppo really thought about everything. This is an IP69 rating, that 6 being a IP6 for dust resistance, and the 9 being waterproof. Yes, this is the first foldable phone that is waterproof. This is one of the first flagship phones that are waterproof. There are rugged phones out there waterproof, but this is one of the first flagship phones. Normally flagship phones always have IPX8 or maybe IP68. 8 meaning the water rating. It's a blanketed, it's as high as you can go without being waterproof. It's still considered water resistant, and IPX8 pretty much just means you have to read the manufacturer of the product and they'll tell you exactly how deep you can submerge the phone into water and at what point, right? iPhones usually a little bit longer. Z Fold series, for example, Z Fold 6 is IPX8. That can be submerged into water for 30 minutes, up to 5 meters for 30 minutes. But the 10 Pro Fold, 9 Pro Fold, that also, same concept here, is also IPX8, can only be in, I think it's 2 meters of water for 30 minutes. So even though it says the same rating, different stuff. This is waterproof. Not resistant, proof. And it is gorgeous. And they could have taken out this industry with this if they would have just said that. If they would have just, released it this year. But I get it. I mean, it makes perfect sense. This phone is amazing. You release it this year versus the 10 Pro Fold, and Samsung's wet dream, and you're just wasting you're wasting resources. You want to release it when Apple comes out with their best. You want to release it when Samsung comes out with their best and Google comes out with their best. Because if not, you're not going to have because OnePlus Open 3 is going to be good, but with how good this phone is, it's not going to be as good as this phone. Okay, it's not going to be as good of a leap from the 1 to the 2 as this phone is. So they want to have some true competition, or else everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, OnePlus Open 3, not that great." But look at the OnePlus Open 2. I'm sorry, look at the 10 Pro or 11 Pro Fold at the time, iPhone Flip, Z Fold 8. Those are the phones people care about. So it is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one. Peace.